Man, they had Janisha raising her voice and yelling at this reunion. She never be yelling. She's so sweet. I'm like, look at y'all. She said, stop jumping or y'all going home. And they still was playing jump rope. Like, damn, do y'all hear her? Reunions really be chaotic, dog, because they really don't be trying to talk. But the reason why this is such a good reunion is because they're actually having dialogue. Janisha and Bobby are doing a big one. We start the episode with Elena walking up on Dava, and Dava like, wait, no. And I'm like, she's not about to wait, Dava. Come on now. So Elena started hitting Dava. Mimi had jumped in. Some other people had jumped in. House B ran over there. But at this point, everybody's starting to get injured. Elena had to go to the medic because she was leaking. Tyson had something going on with her eyes. Sam's shoulder about to fall off doing the shoulder lean. There's so much going on. Bobby called some of House B out on why they were so pressed about baby Tyson, and Milani called him biased and said that he be talking about them online. He said, I don't talk about y'all because I be with the real baddies, the people that y'all trying to be like. But then they got into the conversation of, House A will be out and House B thinking about how to ruin their stuff and how it seemed like they was pressed. And Milani said, well, we are the villains of the show. Like, we doing our job, giving y'all TV. And Marie Mix was kind of saying the same thing. Like, we really don't like them in real life, so we know about the kumbaya with them. It's like F them forever. And so my thing is, it's okay with y'all playing the villain role, but y'all got to be okay with being hated too, like, because people don't like that. But the crowd was really anti-House B. They said, F House B, F House B. And House B was dancing to it because they really don't care. But I know for TV, you have to have a villain, and, they stuck together, and they playing the villain role. So if that's what y'all gonna do, y'all got to stick with it. And I feel like they sticking with it, so it is what it is. But I think the villain role may get some of them on Chapter 3, but Chapter 3 ain't full of House A girls, okay? They coming with it, so I hope they ready. Lauren came out and she wanted to fight Becky again, and Becky got that round, and Marie Mix was trying to jump in at the end. I'm like, Marie, move. Then they ended up running another round, and I feel like this one was a little better than the one that they just had before. They was both sticking each other, but I think I'm still giving this one to Becky. I feel like she did edge it, but Baby Tyson snuck her at the end, and I'm like, Baby Tyson always gonna get her sneak on Becky. And I'm not arguing with y'all about this opinion because I really don't care that much, okay? So if y'all gonna be arguing for 40 days and 40 nights, go ahead, so be it, but I really don't care. Bobby called out Lulu saying that she picked a side but wasn't really helping her side out. Like, she was with House A, but when House A needed her the most, she was nowhere to be found. Lauren and Milani was arguing, saying that she obsessed with them, and Tyson said, you got a whole shirt of me, like, you're obsessed. Lauren and Milani end up eventually running the fade, and I feel like Lauren got that, but Milani surprised me. I'm like, oh, she getting some hits in. I was not expecting that. But I was at the reunion, and I don't know how Lauren was still fighting because she was dog tired, like running on fumes, but she just kept fighting. I'm like, I know she tired, bro. Dava then called out Milani to run they fade, and Milani said she got to wait because she needs to catch her breath. Mind you, she did just fight Lauren, so I'm going to give her grace. But also, if you keep talking and yelling, you're never going to catch your breath because you won't be quiet. It was finally a good question from the audience, and they cut out a lot of stuff. But Dira was asking the audience questions, and them questions was whack. I'm like, come on, y'all. But the audience asked about the whole peace situation with Milani, asking did Lauren do that? And she said it was already wet before she went in there, and Dava said Tyson did it. Then they got to Sam saying she inserted herself in all the House B things, but when it was time to fight, she only wanted to fight Lulu. But it was really Sam's confessionals for me, because Shorty was popping it all season. I'm like, damn, is this really you for real? So Dava called her out to fight, and Elena like, nah, she not doing it. Look at her shoulder. And I was on the side of the stage like, oh, now y'all care about injuries? Because Dava had a bad shoulder, a bad knee, a bad everything, and y'all did not care. Y'all kept fighting her. So what's the difference now? But Sam wanted to go, and Dava kicked her so hard, she said, ooh. I'm sorry, but Sam's sound effects was taking me out the whole reunion because every time she got into a fight, somebody was falling on that shoulder or something, and she was like, oh, yo. So now Elena is mad, so she calling out Dava to fight, and so then Lauren took off on Elena, and now we back to the whole jumping thing again with everybody. And to be honest, with the way Elena been jumping since the reunion started, I can't even be mad at Lauren for doing it. I can't. And so then Janisha turned the attention to Leandro, Orange is the New Black, and how she started this rumor about Lauren and started the mess this season. And Leandro was confused on how it caused a divide in the house, and I'm like, it caused a divide because they kept saying that same rumor all season. But if I was able to ask a question during this segment, I would have asked House B, did y'all ever really smell Lauren, or are y'all just lying this whole time? Because the people who did smell her said they didn't smell nothing. YK Niece and the person who started the rumor, Leandra, said they didn't smell nothing. But Leandra admitted to being messy. She took accountability and said she already said sorry. And so then she asked why did Tyson attack her, and Tyson said, I was bored. But y'all just have to be there because while all the chaos was going on, Leandra was really trying to be on the side, like trying to be out the way, and Tyson found her somehow, some way. I don't know how she found her. Bobby said Nas could have stayed at home, and I totally agree. And Nas said, well, I wasn't the one with the least amount of phase. And I'm like, ooh, is she calling out Leandra? That for sure felt like shade. But Bobby said, give it up for Nas, and the audience said, boo, I was in tears. But Nas and Cutter K end up running that. And why did Nas gag Cutter K with that first hit? I said, what is going on? And at this point, Janisha like, Milani, are you ready to run your fade? Did you catch your breath yet? And Milani like, I'm running this fade on my own time. Y'all don't run me. And I'm like, Milani, just run this fade, girl. Come on, get it over with. But then finally we get to it. And so Dava felt like Milani was trying to bring her over there to the other side of the couch so she can get jumped by House B. So she like, nah, come to me. And 5 hours later, the SpongeBob sound, they finally get it, and Dava got that. That second round, though, was a tie to me with Dava and Milani. Marie Minx then said she didn't like how everybody was blaming her for House B being not fun and that she was taking the fun out of everything. She said they was fighting without her there. And they showed a scene of them in the club and Marie Minx not started and everybody else starting it. But Lauren said that's just one time. Like, you never want to get your nails done, no massages, no nothing. Like, you just want to fight. And Marie Minx said, well, yeah, I came to bang for real. Like, I wholeheartedly don't like y'all. And I'm like, well, that means you are the problem then. But Lauren said you came in the house being a bully, trying to bully Mimi out that room. And Marie Minx said, this is Baddies Gone Wild. I thought everybody was going to give a bully set. And I was like, this is Baddies Gone Wild, not Bullies Gone Wild. We don't need another BGC 11, okay? But it was half and half. But I feel like House B kept picking with House A because they knew it was outnumbered. House A was not sticking together. I really feel like House B had fun taunting House A because they knew that they was not on one accord so they can mess with them. Another audience member asked a good question about them jumping Tyson, Becky, and Elena. And according to Becky and Elena, they didn't see that Lauren back was turned when Marie Minx attacked her, which is why Tyson jumped in. They thought that they was both jumping Marie, so they jumped Tyson. But I do think both of y'all are still too strong and buff to be jumping baby Tyson, like, for real. But Lauren said they broke a lot of rules first, and I've been saying this all season. Y'all started the jumping, y'all started moving people's stuff, y'all started it. And I don't know what Milani was talking about. I wish they would have ran the clip back like she asked, because from what we see, it looked like you was fighting Dava, and then Elena came out of nowhere. No matter how it went, if it was a one-on-one, Elena shouldn't have been in it, but she got in it, and that's what broke the rule of the jump. It is what it is. And then they said they didn't damage Cutter K stuff when they moved it, and House A was damaging their stuff, and I'm like, well, y'all still touched her belongings when y'all wasn't supposed to do that. Then Bobby called out Lulu, Mimi, and Nas, saying that they just inhaling another Zeus check, and I'm like, not too much on Mimi, because she been standing on business this reunion. She has. And Mimi said she was waiting on Nas to call her out, and Nas said we can get that. And that was actually a good one, too. Nas came to bang, okay? Mimi did, too. Then they was asking the girls who they think deserve a chain. Elena said she need hers, and Dava said she need hers, and they was trying to say Dava don't deserve her chain, and I feel like she does. Listen, I can barely function with a headache or a bad stomach ache or a toothache, and Dava on there fighting with a bad shoulder and a knee. She deserves her chain. I don't care what nobody's saying. I feel like they should have been real and been like, yeah, she deserves her chain, but my homegirl does too. But Bobby called out Dava saying that she was using her injury reserve card when she could and couldn't, like it was picking and choosing sometimes. Dava then calls out Marie Minx to fight, and Dira in the audience like, yeah, they want to see you fight again. We do. But if I remember correctly, I believe Dava won this, but we will see next week. I love y'all. Let's talk in the comments, and I'll see y'all soon. This was a really, really good reunion.